I'm jealous, Frankie. I got to be honest. I've been jealous all morning.
Cheese curds.
Sportsnet Grill at Rogers Center is great.
S'mores flatbread.
S'mores flatbread.
What genius thought of that?
Clear your schedule for that.
Yeah.
Goodness. Good stuff, Frank. Time for the bright spot, 3 wide on the couch. Good to see you. A couple of notes, specifically in the world of women's sports. Shout out to our Canadian women's hockey team, who Sunday won the World Championship in Utica, New York. They beat the States on their home ice. Let's go, because that's how we roll. Want to shout out our women's national hockey team. Also, in the United States, college basketball is just a monster of a sport for a lot of reasons. This year, for the first time, the women's tournament got better ratings than the guys. And there were many reasons for that. The storylines across the board were just sensational. The biggest was Caitlin Clark, the highest scoring player in the history of women's college basketball for Iowa. And last night she was the #1 pick at the WNBA draft by the Indiana Fever. She made an appearance on Saturday Night Live on Saturday. It's in New York. The draft happened last night. Nearly 17,000 tickets were claimed to watch the draft at Gainbridge Fieldhouse in Indianapolis, so they knew they were going to take Caitlin Clark. The excitement in Indianapolis is already huge. Last night, it became official. She was always going to be the first overall pick. History was made.
The Indiana Fever select Caitlin Clark, University of Iowa.
Caitlin Clark has been the driving force of women's college basketball for several seasons, and the reason why the women's final a few Sundays back on ABC got 4 million more viewers than the men got the following Monday night on TBS in the United States. It wasn't close. She is changing the sport. She is changing the game. She's changing the marketing game. And Mayor, she is one of the biggest names in professional sports right now. History made last night in New York. An incredible moment.
Oh, my gosh. I mean, those numbers don't lie when you start seeing those numbers. And I mean, even you and Devo talking about college basketball, you were talking about the women, like, off air when we were, just going back and forth about that. And anytime you cross over from any kind of sport into SNL, something has caught fire. And she just has. And what a lightning rod she's going to be for not only women's sports in terms of basketball, but also just in general. I mean, couple that with what's going on with the PWHL. Sure. Like, you got a business here too.
Yeah, and when she surpassed that scoring record, it was so cool to see the kids, the little girls in the crowd holding up those signs for Caitlin and saying, that she's inspiring them to hoop. And it's incredible for the league in general, for the WNBA and for the NCAA, just because of the fact that for the first time ever, is this the first time, I assume, that the women's tournament has had more viewership than the men's?
So, yeah.
Correct.
That's incredible.
Correct.
And 4 million more viewers. Yeah. So congrats to her. Congrats to Indiana. Good job. Fever is going to be hot.
Oh, yeah. That's going to be one of the hottest tickets in North American sports, just like that. Caitlin Clark, she is incredible. All right.